Tom couldn't stop smiling. His biggest dream was finally coming true. He held his phone tightly. A new message appeared. Congratulations. You have been selected. Tom closed his eyes. This is it. Then another message arrived. We're sorry. Your application has been cancelled. Tom stopped breathing. What? How is this possible? But one person already knew what Tom was planning. Welcome to Flutent Tales. Learn English through powerful stories. Simple words. Real emotions. Stories you'll never forget. Now, let's begin. 3 months earlier, Tom lived a simple life. He worked in a small office. He lived with his sister, Anna. They didn't have much money, but they had hope. Every night, Tom opened his laptop. He worked until midnight. He had one dream: to change his life. Anna always believed in him. She smiled. You can do it. Tom smiled back. I won't give up. He believed. His time was finally coming. He had no idea. One small habit would change everything. Every morning, Tom left home early. He worked in the same office, the same desk, the same computer, the same routine. But every evening, a different life began. Tom opened his laptop. He learned new skills. He watched business videos. He took careful notes. Slowly, his dream became a real plan. Tom smiled. This is my chance. But someone else was watching quietly. The next evening, Jack came to visit. He brought coffee. Tom looked excited. I have something to tell you. Jack smiled. What is it? Tom opened his notebook. He showed his business plan. Jack looked impressed. This is brilliant. You'll be successful. Tom laughed. I hope so. He shared every detail. Every single step. He felt proud. He never thought sharing too much could become a problem. The next morning, Tom arrived at work. Mike walked over. You look happy. Tom smiled. I finally have a plan. Mike laughed. Really? Tell me. Tom trusted him. He explained everything. Mike listened carefully. He asked many questions. Tom answered every one. Mike smiled. Good luck. Tom smiled back. He didn't notice Mike's eyes. They weren't smiling. That weekend, Tom worked all day. Everything was ready. Monday was the launch. He couldn't sleep. He felt excited. Monday morning arrived. Tom opened his laptop. He took a deep breath. Then, his screen froze. Nothing worked. He tried again. And again. Hours passed. His launch failed. Tom looked at the screen. He whispered. Why does this always happen? Tom felt disappointed. But he refused to quit. The next day, he started again. He fixed every problem. He made a new plan. This time, he checked everything twice. He smiled. I'll do better. Hope returned. But trouble was waiting again. That evening, Jack called Tom. "So, how is your business?" Tom smiled. "I have a better plan now. It will work this time." Jack laughed. "I knew it." Tom felt excited. He explained everything again. Every idea. Every step. Every goal. Someone else would soon hear the same story. The next morning, Mike walked to Tom's desk. He smiled. "So, when will you start?" Tom answered without thinking. "This Friday." Mike nodded. "Nice. I hope everything goes well." Tom smiled. "Thank you." He didn't notice Mike quietly checking the date. Friday finally arrived. Tom felt ready. He opened his laptop. He smiled. Then, everything stopped. The payment system failed. Customers couldn't buy anything. Tom stared at the screen. His heart sank. The same thing had happened again. This couldn't be a coincidence. That evening, Tom left the office late. The streets were quiet. His shoulders felt heavy. He kept asking himself, "What am I doing wrong?" As he walked home, he noticed an old man sitting alone, reading a book. It was Mr. Brown. He looked up. He smiled. "Long day?" Tom nodded. Mr. Brown closed his book. "Sit with me." Tom sat down. Neither of them spoke. For a few seconds, everything was silent. Then Mr. Brown asked, "What troubles you?" Tom took a deep breath. "I work hard. I never give up. But every plan fails." Mr. Brown listened carefully. He asked only one question. "Who knows your plans?" Tom looked surprised. Tom thought for a moment. "My sister, Anna. My friend, Jack. My coworker, Mike." Mr. Brown nodded slowly. Then he smiled. "Tell me. When you plant a seed, do you dig it up every day to see if it is growing?" Tom smiled. "No." Mr. Brown looked into his eyes. "Then why do you expose your dreams before they become strong?" Tom said nothing. That night, Tom couldn't sleep. Mr. Brown's words stayed in his mind. He opened his notebook. Then, he closed it again. He smiled. "This time, I'll stay quiet. No more talking. Only action." It was a small decision. But it would change everything. The next morning, Tom went to work. He smiled. But he said very little. Mike noticed. "You seem quiet today." Tom laughed. "I'm just busy." Mike nodded. But he looked confused. For the first time, Tom kept his plan to himself. Days passed. Tom worked every evening. He stayed focused. He shared nothing. 1 week passed. Then 2 weeks. No problems appeared. No delays. No bad surprises. Tom looked at his laptop. Everything was working. He smiled quietly. Maybe Mr. Brown was right. The next day, Mike walked over again. "So, What are you building now? Tom smiled. Nothing special. Mike laughed. I don't believe you. Tom stayed calm. You'll see. When the time is right. Mike forced a smile. But inside, he was frustrated. 1 month later, Tom opened his business dashboard. He looked carefully. His eyes became wide. His first customer. Then another. Then another. Tom couldn't stop smiling. His dream was finally becoming real. And this time, nobody knew. One afternoon, Tom walked into the office. He stopped. Mike was talking to another coworker. Tom wasn't trying to listen. But one sentence caught his attention. Mike laughed. He always talks too early. The other coworker smiled. That's useful. Tom stood still. His smile disappeared. Those words stayed in his mind. That evening, Tom sat alone. He remembered everything. Every conversation. Every failed launch. Every time he had shared his plan. Then he remembered. The last month. He had told no one. And everything had worked perfectly. It wasn't proof. But it was enough. Tom finally understood. The next morning, Mike smiled. So, any exciting plans? Tom smiled back. Not really. Mike waited. Tom said nothing. The conversation ended. Tom walked away. For the first time. Silence felt powerful. 2 months later, Tom's business kept growing. New customers arrived. Every single week. His income increased. His confidence grew. People started asking, "What's your secret?" Tom smiled. "I'll tell you. When the time is right." That evening, Tom visited Mr. Brown. He was sitting on the same bench, reading the same book. Tom smiled. "You were right." Mr. Brown closed his book. He smiled gently. "No. You discovered the answer. I only asked the question." Tom nodded. "That question changed my life." 3 months later, Tom stood on a stage. The audience smiled. A young man raised his hand. "Tom, what is the biggest secret behind your success?" Tom looked around. He smiled. Then he answered. "I stopped chasing attention. I started chasing results." The room became silent. Everyone listened carefully. Dreams are valuable. Not because people hear them, but because you protect them. Work quietly. Stay patient. Keep learning. Let your actions speak first. Then, let your success tell the story. Now it's your turn. Have you ever shared a dream too early? What happened? Share your story in the comments. And remember, some plans grow better in silence. See you in the next story.